Hello, welcome back to Minecraft InDepth. It's most certainly been a while and I haven't upgraded to the version with mobs yet. I've done a little bit of progress around the place, but nowhere as much as I wanted to. The reason for this being I took a temporary hiatus from this channel and from making content in general. But I wanted to hop back on the world to see what has changed. And I'm still very much motivated to finish this series at some point and to show you guys how the game progresses through the ages, as was the entire point of the series. For those who are unacquainted, the point of this entire series is to pretty much demonstrate how the game has changed throughout every single version, starting from the very first version that we can then transpire into the further versions. So, the very first version that allowed for infinite worlds and it building in chunks is the very first version that was started on. It might be a wise idea, actually, to turn off the sounds and the music, as I feel like they are obscuring my voice. But this is a little bit that I dug out. I say a little bit as if this didn't take me 2 real-world days, and it is nowhere finished. This is only the left hemisphere, and here we have the right hemisphere of this entire build. The reason why it took me so long, and the reason why I eventually stopped, rather than simply finishing it as I foreshadowed in the Projects in My World video, is primarily because of the fact that I don't really have enough tools. It's actually a hassle to mine in this version of the game. I find it to be very time consuming. And one of the reasons why I took such a long hiatus is because I didn't want to make another weekly episode where I transpire into a new version and get mobs in this world, fully knowing that they would only make the job harder for me to mine all this stuff. But if it is something that you guys want, well, I'm not going to stop any of you. Let's walk a bit over here and I'll show you guys what I made here. For some people who are not previously acquainted with the series, I previously put down a forest here because we just updated into the version of the game where saplings are not only decorative and they actually grow into trees. Because believe it or not, for several updates in the game's early versions, for several months actually, the saplings were only decorative. They didn't grow trees. And now the tree growing mechanic has been implemented and now we have this nice little forest. Looks kind of creepy, but you know, you make it a lot better with the fog, right? Look, see? Now it's not creepy at all. And of course, there's always the incentive of looking for Herobrine and possibly not falling into the water right over here. I noticed that some of my previous episodes on the oldest server available in the game also became quite famous. By famous, I mean several thousand views, but that is quite famous for me. And I would like to do more episodes like that. So I suppose this video was only uploaded to give a brief update on the world, the fact that I'm still here, the fact that I've just been busy and have lost quite a bit of motivation. Some stuff that I built in my free time without necessarily progressing the world too much as I had liked to in the past, while also foreshadowing the existence of further projects. So if you have any idea on where this series should go, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. I hate making videos where I'm sourcing for ideas or I'm simply asking people, what should I do with this channel? That always feels like a responsibility of the content creator. But in this particular sense, I noticed that there's an audience of people who have very divided goals. Some people would want me to continue this path all the way there. Some people would want me to build up my base. Some people want me to upgrade to the next version. Some people want me to stay on this one. So regardless of whether the series is finished or not, as I know very well it will be, as you can see, we are quite early on in the game's progression. I mean, what is this, right? So it is all very much up to you, the viewers. And I just wanted to say a further thank you and that I appreciate all the support. As you can see, this is, again, a very laggy version of the game. Pressing F5 literally makes the water boil over. And I believe it actually, what it does is that F5 makes it so that it starts raining in the game, but also it's the same keyboard input to transpire into third-person camera. Now you see the little bridge I have over there. But this creates a weird dynamic where it's literally raining and my camera's in third person at the same time. It never just does one at once, and the rain always happens around me with the rain particles. I don't know. It's a confusing little game mechanic, but it's something that I took quite a liking to, aside from the weird background, this blur or whatever. But you know, it's something that gets sold over the version, so with the benefit of foresight, rather than making episodes as I used to, where I pretend every single update is a new thing that was just added to the game as if it's 15 years ago in 2010 or 2011. I'm simply, developing the versions as they go on. I also wanted to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving, as it's Thanksgiving right now in the United States, where I am. Let's just say I was previously not in the United States. I was previously doing a little bit of a world trip, and now I'm in the US. So everybody here is in their little houses eating turkey, and then Steve here is supposed to starve because there's no food added to the game yet. But at least there's no dead bodies lying around. Feel free to check out the episode on that. Other than that, I really have no updates. Thank you everyone so much for watching and supporting this channel, and I'll make sure to keep the updates going. If you ever see me stop posting, it isn't because I died or anything. It more than likely is that I just got caught up with real world stuff, and I have a very unique personality where I tend to be very against discontinuing projects. So even in school, I used to turn work in, several weeks late rather than never turning it in because I wanted to turn it in. I just didn't get to it because I'm a procrastinator. I'm really tough time of discipline. So right now I'm trying to build that in my personal life, and hopefully it will transpire into this project along with building these dams or whatever. Quite relaxing and a spawn point. So yeah, I'd say this is the development of the world for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Okay. Peace.